Good morning, children. Today we are going to see the continuation of the lesson from biology, lesson number 2, classification of the living world. Now we are going to see about the first kingdom, Kingdom Monera. How many kingdoms are there totally? 5 kingdoms are there. What are they? Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, Kingdom Fungi, Kingdom Plantae, and Kingdom Animaliae. We are going to discuss about the first kingdom, Kingdom Monera. This is the kingdom is called as Kingdom Monera. It is mostly consist of unicellular prokaryotic organisms. What is unicellular organism? An organism which is consist of single cell are called as unicellular organism, and prokaryotic organism which do not have a nuclear membrane or lack of nuclear membrane. And all bacteria including photosynthesis cyanobacteria comes under this kingdom. Now we are going to see about some characteristics of bacteria. Bacteria were probably the first living organism in the earth, or it is the first formed organism in the earth. Bacteria survive in almost all the conditions. Bacteria are found everywhere in soil, water, air, sewage, snow, hot spring, and so on. So it survives almost in all the living condition. Some bacteria are also lives within the digestive tract of animals and in human beings. Bacteria is a single-celled organism, and a bacteria does not have a membrane-bound nucleus, because its nuclear material lies scattered in the cytoplasm. So the nucleus lies in the bacteria without nuclear membrane. Unlike eukaryotic organisms, bacteria lack most organelles. Most of the cell organelles lack cell membrane in bacteria. Bacteria is made up of cell wall, and the cell wall is made up of a special substance called as peptidoglycan. Cell wall is present on the outside of the plasma membrane. The cell wall is made up of a special substance called as peptidoglycan. Next to the cell wall, the next membrane is present is called as plasma membrane. These two membranes are protective for the cell. Bacteria may be round, rod shaped, spiral, or in comma shaped. So there are different shapes of bacteria are available. Round shaped bacteria are called as rod shaped bacteria are called as bacilli. Spiral shaped bacteria are called as spirilla, while comma shaped bacteria are called as vibrios. Only few types of bacteria are autotrophs. Autotrophs means which will prepare its food by itself. So all the plants comes under autotrophs. They don't depend on other organism for its food. They will prepare the food by itself. So only few types of bacteria is autotrophs. Example, cyanobacteria. This bacteria follow autotrophic mode of nutrition. It will prepare its food by itself using the solar energy like plants do. And majority of the bacteria are heterotrophic mode of nutrition like us, because we will depend on other organisms for our food. We depend on plants, we depend on animals for our food. So this type of mode of nutrition is called as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So vast majority of bacteria are heterotrophs, because most of the bacteria depend on stored food item. So they are called as heterotrophs. Some bacteria are called as saprophytic bacteria because they obtain their nutrition from dead and decaying plants or animal matters. This type of bacteria, saprophytic bacteria, which grows on sewage or in the garbage area. So this type of bacteria will get the nutrition from the dead and decaying plants or animal matter. And some bacteria are called as commensals bacteria. This type of bacteria will live in the host body, which means it lives in animal body or in human body or in the plant body. and it receives the food from that body or benefit from the body and without harming it, and it will help the host. It will not bring any damage to the host. This type of bacteria are called as commensalless bacteria. Some type of bacteria are also there which are called as symbionts bacteria. Symbionts bacteria means this bacteria which lives in the host. For example, it lives in our intestine, and this bacteria is useful to us and it also get benefit from us. So this type of bacteria is called as symbionts bacteria. This type of symbionts bacteria follow give and take policy. So different bacteria follows different types of nutrition. Some follows autotrophic nutrition mode of nutrition. Some follow heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Some bacteria are saprophytic mode of nutrition. Some are commensalless. Some are symbiont. Now let us see how bacteria is useful to us. There are different types of bacteria that live within our intestine. These bacteria help in digestion. And this bacteria which lives in our intestine also produce certain vitamins. Lactobacillus is a bacteria which is used in dairy industries. It is used to make yogurt, cheese from milk. And bacteria also used in the production of alcohol, vinegar, tea, coffee and tobacco. Many antibiotic or medicines that kill bacteria are obtained from or prepared from other types of bacteria. Certain bacteria are also produce vitamins and enzymes. And some type of bacteria which are present in the root of the plant called as rhizobium. This type of bacteria are present in the root of the leguminous plants such as pea, gram, bean. These bacteria convert the nitrogen which is present in the air into a form which can be easily used by the plants. Because nitrogen is essential for the growth of the plant, so some plants do not get the nitrogen from the soil. So these bacteria are useful to trap the nitrogen from the air and convert into the form which is used by the plant. And this process we call it as nitrogen fixation process. Bacteria help to clean up the environment by breaking down organic or biodegradable wastes such as dung, kitchen refuse, fallen leaves and human feces. Doing this, they can increase the fertility of the soil. Some types of bacteria are also there, helps in the production of fibers like flax, hemp, jute, etc. The stem of this flax, hemp, jute of this plant are immersed in the water and bacteria and acts on the stem to loosen the fibers. This process is called as a retting process. Some bacteria are there used in the production of leathers. Not all bacteria are useful to us. Some bacteria are there which are harmful to us. Now we are going to discuss about the harmful bacteria. Fruits, vegetables, milk and other food items are often spoiled by the growth of bacteria. These bacteria are harmful to us. Some type of bacteria are very toxic in nature and this will lead to food poisoning. And some toxic bacteria which grows on the fruits, vegetables, milks and other food items causes the symptoms like diarrhea, fever and vomiting. Even some type of bacteria which causes the food poisoning can lead to paralysis and even death. And bacteria also cause many different types of disease in human beings. They are typhoid, tuberculosis, cholera, leprosy, tetanus, diphtheria, pneumonia, or some of the bacterial disease which is caused in human beings. Bacteria also cause various diseases in plants and animals. Thank you children. We'll see the remaining in the next class.